Hello, this will be a channel message for you for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. There is a rite of passage that is being completed. You have been pushed so far outside of your comfort zone, and there are tests that are being passed with flying colors. You're not the same person that you were. You're more confident. You're more intuitive. You're more so able now to rest in your own power, in your own truth. And what I see around this, what I see coming in, is an energy of celebration, an energy of recognition for this new level of power. There's more solid long-term security and stability that is coming in here. There are more solid relationships with a deeper level of connection and understanding. And in the center of this is you. Your own unique frequency, your own needs being met, and your ability to rest in your power and exercise your new perspectives and your new belief systems, being able to interface with the world in a new way, and literally creating this crazy butterfly effect in your world, creating so much positive change in the world around you. There's a new sense of responsibility, is what I'm getting very strongly here. Being able to act as a vessel for God, being able to be this new container that can hold all of the abundance that you are attracting in for you, for real. So I see you showing up as the King of Swords in the centerpiece of the reading. I knew a card like this would come out today because I was getting a download about your sense of spiritual royalty, your sense of belonging in this world, your creative abilities being your divine birthright. You are spiritual royalty, and we're stepping into a new level of that. You're fully reclaiming your power here. I see the King of Swords clarified by this trainer card, this energy removal card. There has been a test here, and I apologize, it's actually the energy retrieval card. Although there has been a lot of energy removal lately, there has been so much purging and emptying out this vessel of any kind of negativity so that we can fill it up with our own energy. There are soul codes and fragments that are being integrated here, and there are parts of our own authentic self that are coming back home into us. This is what is happening right now, and at the moment I see you sitting in your power, in your truth, in your own unique understanding as to how your world works. You are in your own world. And the King of Swords is not closed off or rigid or dogmatic. You're actually incredibly flexible. You're in your own power, but you're able to have conversations with people who don't necessarily understand what you're all about. Potentially there's new connections or relationships or a new way of connecting with people who don't necessarily share your truth, but you're able to reach some kind of mutual understanding here. And I see this energy retrieval again as your own energy. So this, I think, is part of this testing frequency where we've had to potentially put ourselves out into the world. We've had to be seen on some kind of level, be seen as our true self, and share our truth with no fear with people who don't necessarily understand. And I think there's been this history, very strongly I get this within this collective here, and I can totally resonate with this, a history of being very empathic, very sensitive, very connected to what's going on around us, noticing all of the little details and picking up on the energy. And this is a superpower. You guys are channeling this in a way where you are becoming so intuitive and dialed in. But what we've had to learn to do is protect our energy, understand where it's kind of leaking out or where we are becoming somewhat dysregulated or not within our own power. When we're out in the world and there's a lot happening around us, I mean, let's be real, The outside world is loud. Society is loud. You get out like onto the freeway or into the workplace and there's so much energy. You can become really sensitive to what's going on. And I feel like we've been learning to pull our energy back and develop this new sense of confidence in ourself. Again, the ability to rest in our own power, speak our truth without fear, and reach a new level of understanding with people. If they don't get it, it's fine. People have their own path, their own way of doing things, and they don't necessarily have to share your truth. It's fine. People are on their own journey. But what I feel like you're doing now is sharing yourself in a way that is actually incredibly beneficial for the people around you. You're a leader on whatever scale that resonates. You are the student and you are the teacher. And you are here to share yourself. Why? Because you are such a beautiful, unique, phenomenal soul spirit. You are limitless and there is so much potential in the work that you are doing here. The work that you're doing here right now is so important. I'm telling you. The world needs you so badly right now. The world needs you to shine your light and share your love. Bring more love into the world. And I feel like in the past, there's been this like 10 of Cups frequency that we've been interacting with and really exploring what it is we want and kind of getting it, receiving examples of it, being able to experience that highest level of emotional fulfillment. This is in the recent past, I really feel. And now what we're learning to do is sustain it, get more of it, pay more attention to it, and be more grateful to this frequency. Be more grateful for this frequency, rather. It's like, okay, this is what I want. This is how I want to feel. How do I get more of it, right? And as the Sun card would suggest, it's like, all right, I can create this. I can play and have fun in the direction of this frequency and allow God, allow Spirit to lead me to where I want to go, because there's such a deeper level of trust and faith that is being developed here in this co-creative endeavor that we find ourselves taking part in on Earth, right? And I see now this leads into the High Priestess in reverse. Again, I feel like this is maybe the recent past where I feel Spirit has been showing us that there's another way, a different way, something that's more intuitive, something that's more connected to the heart and those higher chakras as well, that divine space. There's so much Pisces energy in this reading. There's so much Pisces energy in this reading. And I get Sagittarius as well. There's this Jupiterian energy, right? The passing of the test, the expansion, the commitment to the divine and the commitment to our faith and really developing those abilities in a different way. I get this new moon in Pisces as a shadow aspect alongside cardinal moon, having to initiate this level of faith, having to initiate the meditation practice and rest in the stillness and do things that maybe felt a little bit counterintuitive in the past, but reaching this level of understanding that says, okay, like the meditation is the path towards my highest fulfillment. Me getting to know myself is the path towards my highest level of emotional fulfillment. Me being able to feel confident as my own authentic self and me being able to shine my light is the path to my highest level of emotional fulfillment. This is what we've been learning in the past, that there's another way. And I feel like there's been some kind of event maybe that has triggered us to go within, some kind of life circumstance that has triggered us to go within. There's a deeper realization that's happening here. And maybe there's been this hermit kind of energy, this hermetic kind of energy, right? Where we've had to really go deep within ourselves and assess what our internal guidance systems are trying to tell us. Assess what kind of frequency and vibration we're in, because we want to become a match to this 10 of Cups frequency. And that's what I really get from the Ace of Cups in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse. I mean, there is so much healing that is happening here in this space. I'm hearing like an absolutely dramatic amount of healing. Like you guys are fully breaking records here on Earth. And we don't necessarily see that because again, like society is so loud and you don't turn on the news and hear them talking about how many people had a spiritual awakening today. That's the problem, you know. They want to tell you about all the bad stuff, and we've been retrieving our energy, pulling it out of the system, right? And I feel like one day, the way we're all going and the society that we're creating now, we are going to turn on the news and they're going to talk about how many people had a spiritual awakening today. We are going to turn on the news and they're going to talk about how many people rehabbed themselves, got out of jail, let go of any kind of addictions that they had. There's going to be positive messaging in this society, mark my words. But I digress. That was a little bit, that was a little bit of a tangent there. But I feel like there's been this like super solid commitment to you and your emotional well-being, your emotional health, really, in a way, through this energy retrieval. Ace of Cups in reverse, not necessarily being open to new opportunities or pursuing any kind of new opportunities because there was healing to be done. I'm hearing working with what you've got. That's what I'm getting from this kind of recent past energy. There's an understanding that, okay, maybe I can create more expansion and more fulfillment actually just by taking things away. I can experience more fulfillment in my life by creating more space and removing things that don't serve so that I can fill up my own cup with the things that I love. I can fill up my own cup with a deeper understanding of who I really am. Because there's no one in this world like you. And no one in this world can tell you how to be you. That's what the internal work is all about. Getting to know yourself on a deeper level. Becoming your own soulmate is what I'm hearing. So that you can support yourself no matter what's happening around you. And then be in the frequency and vibration of attracting the situations that really serve you and light you up. And this takes time. Saturn energy, right? Saturn in Libra. Again, maybe potentially some kind of hermit energy and having to really like connect with ourselves on a deeper level, which maybe requires some kind of isolation sometimes. It's just, there's a season for it, you know what I mean? I get the winter card as a gift at this time, the energy that we can use more of. It says, take care of your needs. And the winter frequency is very much sometimes a period of isolation, a period of rest. And we can get back into that again, to like that wolf. The wolf imagery has so much meaning here in the way that we connect with our own selves and our autonomy and our sovereignty, being able to support ourselves and be independent, but still work as a community, still work as a team here. But after this Three of Swords in reverse, I get the Ten of Wands upright. And I feel like this is almost maybe a current energy that some of us are still in, still feeling like we're maybe in the midst of some kind of test here or having to push forward with maybe a lot of responsibility. Like there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of work being done right now. It's another card of Saturn. So 2 Saturn cards in a row, as Saturn has just moved into Aries now. So what I'll say is that you guys are doing incredibly well, because this is not the easiest time for us to be experiencing right now astrologically. It is a time for us to be tested, and of course this too shall pass and everything is going to be okay. We're moving into a space of more flow and more ease and more collaboration, which I feel like will alleviate some of this energy. But through this commitment to yourself and a willingness to put the time in, really, which is what Saturn's all about, committing and putting that time in, you're actually so close to the finish line here. And I feel like many of us are actually on that precipice or have actually passed over that line. The thing about the Ten of Wands is that there's so much energy, there's so much being like exerted at this time that you can't see past it. You can't actually see how close you are. So if you are in this Ten of Wands frequency, just know that you are so close. This is the completion of a cycle. This is the 1. This is 10, right? It's ticking over to 1 again. You might be getting these signs, right? You might be getting the 11-11, seeing the 1s, right? 1-1-1. I've been seeing the 3-3-3 a lot, actually. The threes have been popping off for me, which again is about conversation, connection, community, right? Communication. So anyway, I feel like this 10 of wands kind of vibe, it's forcing us again to like maintain this level of optimism even in the face of adversity. And that's what I get with the Page of Wands in reverse. Even when things seem a bit dire and they seem a little bit heavy, having to keep the faith, be optimistic. And I'm getting a message about asking for help as well, because the Ten of Wands can very much be about that, finding ways to alleviate that burden, alleviate the burden. And I feel like for many of us that there's a level of uncomfortability there when it comes to asking for help and asking to get our needs met in some kind of a way. There's a test that is making us a lot more comfortable with asking to be supported, right? Asking for that help. And that's what I get from the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. Alongside the Page of Wands, needing to be really optimistic and keep the faith through some really heavy change. There's been a lot of change. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of energy and potentially a lot of responsibility around us at this time. And we're having to juggle, potentially put some things down that we know are not sustainable or are not healthy for us, and just keep moving through that process, potentially ask for help. And this leads us to, I get this card, Inner Fire. Let your passion lead to your purpose. And this was the starting point all along. Like, we've come from the Ten of Cups frequency, and we've been allowing our passion to lead us to our purpose. And Spirit is saying, like, keep going. Ten of Wands, keep going. You're nearly there. And the horses actually have been a big symbol for me lately. The synchronicities around horses have been like uncanny. And the horses are all about creating your freedom, forward movement, plowing forward through the resistance, right? Actually being able to feel free to move because of this new level of strength that you've developed, right? And this leads you to your current energy, right? King of Swords, energy retrieval, right? Being able to channel your energy. I mean, right now I'm seeing like a magnifying glass under the sun, you know what I mean? Like the sun provides all of this energy. But if you can like hold up that magnifying glass and channel it in a really focused kind of way, there's so much energy in that beam. Like, you can create so much forward movement here. And it's like we're reaching this point of rest right now is what I'm getting. King of Swords, just kind of resting in the power, resting in the truth, and feeling a lot more confident after this rite of passage. Like, there's this experimentation process that's happened here. Like, you've been presented with these challenges and decided, like, made the conscious decision to keep your faith anyway. Rest in your faith. Continue to do the meditation, do the journaling, do the shadow work, right? Do all of the inner work. Instead of getting lost in what the external is trying to tell you, you've committed to the inner work, and it's leveled up your confidence because there's this realization that, yes, what I'm doing works. What I'm doing is very practical magic here. Like, I am creating my own reality. And on the feminine side of your energy right now, I get the Four of Wands. So you or somebody around you might be like planning a party. It could just be something kind of casual, hanging out with a mate or whatever. But this is the rite of passage being completed. The Four of Wands, right? And I'm getting like upgrades to the home, upgrades to your space. I'm getting like new car for some of you. That's what I'm getting. Like, just some major upgrades coming in here. With the masculine energy being the Ten of Pentacles right now. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. This is the long-term stability alongside all of this really balanced energy. That's that's why it's amazing. There isn't this fixation on the material. I feel like there's a new relationship with money that you've been developing, a new relationship with your stability, because you're able to rest in the faith. You're able to rest in this knowing that, like, there's more to it. Like, the money helps. We need the money to support ourselves and exchange, right? Money's an energy exchange, basically, is what it is. And I don't think, that's a whole other conversation. So money's not inherently bad. It's about your relationship and the way that you use it, right? And you're coming to this understanding, I think we all are, that, we want physical stability, of course, and we want to feel emotional stability. We want to be creative. We want to be in line with what we feel like is our purpose at the current time. Like, we want to feel like we can serve the world and create positive change in the world by being our authentic self, by shining that light, being able to have the courage and the confidence to continue to shine the light on these shadow aspects of ourselves and move through any kind of fear and resistance that comes up. Because it really is just this continuous expansion process that we're moving through. So this relationship that we have with ourselves and the way that we share it with other people, the way that we exchange our energy and the way that we collaborate, I feel like is going to be a big theme here moving forward. Again, going back to this wolf archetype, and I get the trader. Exchange energy to create abundance, and you need to have that full cup in order to help the people around you. So intuitively, you've been taking all the right action, you've been doing all the right things here, and I'm telling you what, like, you are becoming so sensitive, so tapped in, so intuitive. Some of you guys might be readers or doing some kind of energy work, and if not, whatever you are doing, whatever kind of purpose that you have in this world and whatever you feel aligned with, there is this level of sensitivity here. There is this level of like a deeper level of perception and cognizant knowing. Like this, you're tapped in. you're tapped in. That's what it all comes down to. You're so tapped in because of all of this work. It's because of the test. So I understand, like, things get really challenging, and I am so 100% there with you guys. I mean, life has its ups and downs sometimes, and it's up to us to look at the way that we're perceiving the challenge, look within and try and diagnose where the fear is coming from, where the feelings of lack and uncertainty are coming from. And like I said right at the start of the reading, you're not the same person. You've leveled up. You're so much more confident. You're so much more intuitive. And like, you are, again, I don't want to make this about like a turn this into a big self-improvement thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to improve yourself and wanting to move forward. But like, you're perfect the way that you are. At the end of the day, the way God made you, like, we're all moving through this at our own pace, and we're all going to get to where we need to go. Anything that's really meant for us will not pass us by. So you're called to rest in that. Like, I think you're just called to rest in that Four of Wands. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your unique nature. I mean, the Four of Wands is a card of Aries. It's Venus in Aries. Oh my goodness, I just spilled these everywhere. I spilled them everywhere. But it's cool, because I'm fine the way that I am. Doesn't matter how I shuffle the cards. Doesn't even matter, right? Because I'm out here doing my best. We're all out here doing our best. I get the King of Pentacles. Now I'm getting, what's that show? Pingu. Does anyone remember Pingu? The old cartoons have been coming up like wild for me right now. The old Six of Cups frequency, right? The old cartoons. I'm more of a Cartoon Network kind of guy myself. Like, I was watching some Nickelodeon, of course, back in the day, but Cartoon Network's more my kind of speed. Like Ed, Edd and Eddy, I think, is probably my favorite show. Bit of like Johnny Bravo action. Courage the Cowardly Dog was great. So yeah, the old shows. That's so funny. The ping of tentacles came out, right? So I feel like this new level of stability, it pairs so perfectly with the Ten of Pentacles. This new level of stability that we're creating for ourselves, being able to interface with the world, is creating so much forward movement. Being able to follow that passion, being really able to excitedly move forward. And what did I say before about the horses? I mean, the horses have been going crazy, right? So this is kind of like future. This is becoming predictive now, is the vibe that I'm getting as I kind of pull some more cards before we close this thing out, and my words start to just fall apart because now I'm I don't know what's going on now, but my words seem to be getting all scrambled. We had a good run. We had a good 20 minutes of me delivering a nice clear message, and now my words are going everywhere. But this this King of Pentacles card is so feminine. It's coming out as the Muse of Materials, and there's again like this message about the rite of passage. Crossing over the bridge, walking over the bridge into the unknown, intuitively knowing that we're going in a better direction here. Like, we are creating a better life for ourselves, and you guys have answered the call, the inner call. And there's something here about seeing the magic in the mundane, seeing the spirituality in the material realm. Like, what I get is that, and I think I mentioned this at the start of the reading, like, you have your own belief system, and you're becoming very confident in the way that your own unique perception can serve you in this world. And you're becoming really confident in the sense that you're able to share this and rest in your power and your knowing without needing to control other people or get them to see your perspective or whatever. We're all just sharing our own truth. We're all kind of sharing this space together. And I mean, there's people that I meet that they don't consider like spirituality, or they don't think that astrology is useful, or they don't like. I've been put in situations recently as I really step into this work. This is just on a personal level, where people are asking me like, "Oh, what do you do?" And so I have to tell them what I'm doing, and then they're like, "Oh, like how's that, like, you know what I mean, what is that all about?" There's just such this level of like unknown, and there's this huge gap when it comes to me and this person, and I'm developing new ways of explaining it to them and helping them kind of connect with the information that in a way that might help them. And not everyone is going to understand or be able to use these tools in their lifetime. And that's totally okay. Like, I see people showing up on their journey, learning their lessons, doing their thing, without any kind of understanding of tarot card archetypes and astrology, whatever. And that's fine. They're still learning their lessons, right? And what I feel for us now is like, we're seeing spirituality and this physical realm that we're in, the 3D, you know, the realm of pentacles, the realm of actually putting your hand in the soil, seeing the spirituality in that, because it is all one and the same, and the spirituality is guiding us, and these lessons that we experience in the 3D is guiding us as well. There's so much validity in that earth energy, and I think that there's something to do with the nodes there, the Pisces and the Virgo nodes at the moment, the way that everything's working. I do get the Wheel of Fortune coming out, which is so closely connected to the moon's nodes and our purpose and the direction that we're going in this lifetime, so that we can learn these lessons. But anyway, what I see moving forward is, again, this King of Pentacles energy, so much excited forward movement and feeling this frequency of freedom. I'm getting travel for some of you, might be really significant, booking some kind of a trip here. Again, this frequency of celebration with the fireworks here. I think you guys should throw a party for yourself, low-key. That's what I'm getting. Because I get the sun then into the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that you are literally destined here to be living your best life and sharing yourself with people, shining your light with people, and experiencing your highest level of joy. That's what it's all about. The closer that you get to that sun frequency, and the more that you heal that solar plexus energy, which is your creative abilities, it's the seat of your creation, right? The closer you get to your purpose in life. And I'm talking about your soul's purpose here. This is big stuff. This is major soul progression. And there are deep codes that are being unlocked in your DNA right at this time as you develop a deeper level of awareness of who you really are. Your soul's true authenticity. And on the bottom of the deck, I get the Ace of Pentacles, bada bing, bada bang. Like, this is all of this new stuff, these new opportunities that are coming in for you. Like I was saying, right at the start of the reading, new relationships that are solid. New senses of long-term stability and security, being able to do the work that you want, being able to manage more than one thing. Two of Pentacles, like being able to balance everything, move through the change, be flexible. Like, again, the nodes, Pisces and Virgo, mutable signs. Strong message here about flexibility and sustainability, being able to do that dance of life, go with the flow, balance the masculine and the feminine energies. I mean, there's so much balance here, and you can see the infinity symbol. Big message about sustainability here, creating more sustainable practices. And under the Two of Pentacles, I get the Ten of Pentacles again. So 2 Ten of Pentacles in the one reading. It's pretty sweet, if I may say so myself. And I feel like maybe that's a good place to leave it. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing this space with me. I absolutely loved this reading. I really enjoyed doing it. And I so am grateful for the opportunity that you guys give me to show up like every day and do these readings. It's given me a real sense of purpose here, and I feel really blessed, to be honest with you guys, to be able to know you and speak with you and read all of your comments and feel so supported by you guys and actually get to show up and deliver these messages for you. I feel so blessed and so grateful for that. So with that, I will totally leave it there. Thank you guys so much again for sharing this space with me, and I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again. So much love to you guys. Well, peace forever. Bye-bye.